My name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Supreme Ambient Light Rejection Screen Paint. Using ambient light rejection 720p projector by saying you're best to go with 4K. People have to understand that some people may not be able to afford a 4K. Now, I've had 4Ks. I can buy 4Ks if I want one. I choose not to get one. After we developed that high-tech technology, and I'll post that link at the bottom, I was comparing a Optima, no, it's a ViewSonic 740, no, ViewSonic, I can't remember the name of the ViewSonic projector, but it was a ViewSonic 4K projector, PX747, that's what it was, PX747, ViewSonic projector at 35 lumens against a few other 720p projectors. And at the time, we figured out a way how to design a technology that can make a 720p look very close to a 4K. I'll put those links at the bottom if you need proof. Now, this image right here is being displayed on what? You think it's a 1080p projector or a 720p projector? Look at the image, look how beautiful it looks. That's 720p or 1080p, because over here, in the room over here, if you remember me speaking, this is a 1080p projector. All right? This is a 720p projector. You know why some people struggle with 720p projectors? Because their product is not that good. When your product is good, you can display just about any projector, not knockoffs, but you can display about any projector and your screen should look incredible. You should not have a problem displaying a 720p. Now, when I show my customers, say, look, this is a 720p projector, this gives them a sense of relief that they don't have to go out and buy an expensive projector, because when you look at demonstrations from these big companies, they have very high powered projectors, and when you call them up, they tell you that, look, you can't use a 720p on our stuff. You have to use a 4K, or you have to use a very high-end 1080p in order to work our screens. And if someone's telling you that you have to buy 4K, then what's the point of you spending 50 bucks for a can of screen paint and then turn around and have to spend $1,500 to $2,000 or maybe $3,000 for a projector? Kind of doesn't even add up when you think about it. This projector right here is 720p Christie. I paid $100 for this projector right here. That's it, $100. That's a 720p right there. Look at the image that I'm getting right there of 720p. Because Black technology allows you to be able to pull detail, contrast that's much needed in a projector to give you a more sharper and vivid image. Can't get that from a gray screen. They can't produce that image. All right, so let's start this one off right here. Now, when we do our demonstrations and anytime we're testing out any form of screen paint, as a matter of fact, I think one of the screen paints we did show a lot of the testing on was that Platinum Eclipse. We did several long throw demonstrations with the projector sitting back over 24 feet using spotlights, knocking out as much ambient light, not ambient light, but lumen capabilities that the projector could produce at 1,000 lumens, 24 feet. We did the demonstration outside at 12 feet using the same 1,000 lumen projector, which is the VPL. I think it was the VPL, Sony VPL CS4 portable projector. Hey, how you doing? We did the demonstration on the 5200 lumen to show the screen couldn't hotspot. We did it on the Sony VPL FH30. Then we swapped it out to the 1,000 lumen projector. We did all different sorts of demonstrations on that technology. We tested against the DMP Supernova, Elite Screens, their Great Cinema 5D, Great Cinema, Dark Star 9, Seymour AV. We did the Paxton, I keep butchering that name to that screen. So you have to do more than go, voila, this is how it looks. It's beautiful. You have to do more than that. You have to do a ton of testing on your product. Because now, since COVID-19, a lot of stores, and that's why I did that demonstration outside, a lot of stores and restaurants are doing outside dining. And they want to be able to add a little perk for their customers that are now eating outside. They want to put a projection screen out there. Well, you need ambient light rejection technology to do that. And it's best to have the darkest screen that you could possibly get your hands on, because it has to be able to absorb all that ambient light making contact with the screen. Is that what I think it is? It's maggots. And of course, like I said, in every video, we always get one pro. We get one of Crow's fanboys, always comes in every single time. Go to our Facebook fan page. You will see tons of demonstrations from customers who have posted their pictures on our product and videos. As a matter of fact, I will be posting a link in here because one of the links, which is quite interesting, and this is live, keep in mind. People keep forgetting that when they come into my channel and they start running their mouth about my product being this, that, and the other, this is a live demonstration. Please, please, please think before you speak. Anyway, so I'll be posting a link at the bottom of a customer who displayed our Supreme 8 on a overseas projector. At that time, we didn't support. He took a gamble, and it worked out fantastic. Actually posted on our Facebook fan page. You'll see the customer comment in and thank us for the product. We thank him also too for actually displaying those pictures. And this is right about that time when this particular individual claimed that the 8 was so dark you couldn't see it. So I want you to check out that link right there. He's also displaying our canisters too. And we're going to come over here. A minute. Let me show you my screen in the other room with all that window light. Like I said, you can't just keep doing the same demonstration over and over and over again and just showing people, hey, look, high power projector, ambient light controlled environment, you know, stuff like that. I can come here and show you a video easily in the dark because I do so many demonstrations with the lights on. I have people come into my channel like, once you do a demonstration with the lights out, that shows you how many demonstrations we do in fully lit environments. If I do a demonstration with the lights out, it's rare. So we're going to do an outdoor screen paint. Well, actually, I did it with the 8. The 8, we did a demonstration outdoors. Now, if someone is claiming that a gray screen has the ability to produce contrast, painting that screen outside in ambient light. Because we're going to do that on a black screen. I'm going to do that on a black screen. We're going to do it half and half like I did the other one. Half of it gray, half of it white, outside. Paint on demonstration. Now, a gray screen is so superior, painting that gray screen outside. Come over here and get, let me see what we're going to do here with this. Oh, sorry about that. I'm looking up something right now. Let me see how bright that is, how beautiful that is. A screen. This is what a screen can do. Only black technology can produce an image in a fully lit environment. And we've done this one outside. I think next, I'm gonna do, if we get some good weather, because it's been muggy outside, really muggy. I think next I'm gonna do a demonstration outside using that 1,000 lumen projector. I gotta try that one. See, there you go. There's Crow. Whatchamacallit right there. Well, look. He can easily do. Look. If this is live. They keep forgetting this is live. So if this is unreal, and I have the ability to manipulate time and space, How am I doing this live? That shows you how deep the jealousy goes. I'm showing you Tron, black contrast levels in a fully lit environment, and they basically come into the room ranting about his product. So how am I faking this? There's the angle gain on my screen right there. Look at that. How are we faking that? Let's back it up. Show you from a distance. This is what makes them upset. Can't do a demonstration like this. That screen will wash out. I can move anywhere in my environment and that screen will pick up. Now over here, this is for today. We're doing demonstrations for today on that one. That's for another demonstration, but look at this. When you do a demonstration by saying that I can design my own black screen paint, it's a lot more that goes than that. Any black surface is going to pull contrast. That's easy. The hard thing for a black screen to pull is a white level. Just like when you get to a light gray screen is going to pull high bright colors. It's a light gray screen. A white screen is going to produce higher white levels than a gray screen. But the thing that a gray screen should be displaying is contrast levels, because that's one of the things it's going to struggle with the most. And that's one of the things they never advertise. They don't show star field demonstrations, none of that in fully lit environments, because they're afraid that they turn the lights on, the screen is going to wash out. We can do this with no problem whatsoever. My projector sits back 18 feet in this one. Look at this. You can't do these demonstrations. This is virtually impossible. I can do this without a problem. Because I can display images outside with no problem whatsoever. When you can display an image outside, then this is a cakewalk. This is nothing. So if the light gray screen paint is so good, he would have no problem doing the exact same demonstration I'm doing right now. Even better, outside on 1,000 lumens, which we're going to do. Should be a cakewalk. That's why I said gray screens, white screens are obsolete. It's an obsolete technology. That's what it is. That's why they consider those to be the bottom dollar screens. The dark screens are the ones you're going to pay a ton of money for. But those gray screens and white screens are cheap screens. Now we got a few interesting demonstrations we're going to be doing for today. I'm used to them. We get a few of those in the room. Those are the haters that come in and they're very upset. The thing about it, they don't do demonstrations. They don't test. You can't take a high-powered screen, high-powered projector, and stick it in front of a screen paint and go, oh, voila, it's perfect, it's beautiful, it works. You got to do the projector. How far can a 1,000 projector be back? How much ambient light can you have in the room with a 1,000 projector? How does it compare to other high-performance certified screens? How many certified screens have you tested on? How does it react outside? What kind of luminous projectors can be used outside? What time of the day will the screen actually react or not react outside? These are all the tests you have to do. We froze screens or weatherproof. If you put them in, how can the screen going to crack or peel? These are all the tests that have to be done. Because if you tippy-toe your test, what's going to happen is when it comes time to really, for somebody to really take it out and take it to the next level, or when they go outside and put it outside, you're going to be giving people instructions by saying, hey, look, it's not an ambient light projection screen. You have to use it in an ambient light controlled environment. You can't have all your lights on because the screen may have the chance of washing and faded out. For best way to get the best picture quality, you're going to calibrate your projector. I've never told you to calibrate a projector. Never will. What's the point of telling you to calibrate a projector? You don't have to. Calibrating projectors came out when white screens were all the rage. You had no choice but to calibrate your projector. Your screen was white. Now, this is going to be an interesting demonstration right here. So this right here, we got one half of this is with the blackout cloth. We used to be to offer for free. We can't do it anymore because company doesn't have it. And I found an old piece downstairs in the shop. The other half is coated with our Supreme Black. As I told you before, that the coating we develop have strange colors to them, so that way we can tell exactly what's our product and what's not our product. All right, so that's right there is our black technology. Now, this demonstration, of course, like I said, any black surface is going to pull contrast. That's easy. Any black surface. The most important thing for a black surface to do is to pull a white level. So when we test our white levels using our technology, we have to test it against other black surfaces like black paint, black vinyl. You've seen me do these demonstrations before. You know what I'm talking about. So we have to test it to see how bright our image can pull up on a white snowstorm. Anybody can paint a black screen paint and put it against a white screen and say, hey, look, this is the contrast. Anything that's going to pull contrast is black. Easily. So you have to be able to do the test where you're going to have to show different forms of black surfaces versus your technology and white levels. Now, this is the screen downstairs. We did this yesterday where I did the paint on demonstration live, showing you how much you're losing from your projector. One half of it being gray, one half of it being white, and then we just painted my screen right in the middle of it, and boom, you see how the image popped up. We're going to do this again, but this one's going to be done outside. And here's another one. Right there. Look at them. They're obsessed. And it's a shame. They're obsessed. They don't realize that they're coming into a live video. I don't really realize or not. This is a live video. So what you're saying is that I basically have the ability to be able to, this is all fake. Okay. That shows you how desperate and how sad some people are. This is a live demonstration. Where's my phone at? Here we go. How in the world am I faking a live demonstration? Whoop, can't show that selection. I'm sure that kind of stuff right there. Let that bypass. It's a live demonstration, so that shows you the jealousy level right there. There you go. You got no peppered lights throughout the environment. This is not an ambient light controlled environment where we can select certain lights near the screen to make the screen look good. These are my lights. Lights on, lights off. That's it. There's no form of lighting here or lighting there, because usually when you watch these demonstrations, like I said, on high performance screens, that entire set where that screen is sitting is designed to make the room look like it's ambient light, a lot of ambient light in the environment, but also too that lights are positioned to stay away from the screen, but give the environment a look like you're actually getting a real ambient light environment. And then they'll use a very high powered projector to do it. I've done these demonstrations, like I said, on low-end projectors and high-end projectors. That's when people ask me, why do I have so many projectors? That's why. Here we are. I don't want to open this too much because I have my neighbors over here and I don't want them to think I'm recording everybody, but I'm just going to open up my window just a little bit over here so we can just let some of that light in from the side come in and hit my screen right there from the window. So my screen literally sits in an area of windows. There's a window here and a window to the screen, so that's not interfering with the screen at all, but it sits wrapped in windows. And then on top of that, they're making things even more crazier. I got a ceiling light that sits right up against the screen. So at the bottom, I will post a couple of links. We have a couple few links. We have one customer who posted links on their 700 lumen projector outside, which I thought was pretty cool because I didn't think you can go past the recommended lumen count. So we suggested. We have another customer who posted on a 700 lumen ultra short though Philips projector, 700 lumens. That is freaking insane. Inside his home. We have another one of a fellow, like I said, you got to see that one with the overseas, the Chinese projector. I still can't get over that one. On the 8, and then I'll post some other demonstrations we have in there of customers. Oh, he's back again. Look at him. They're like I said, obsessed. Obsessed. How am I faking it? It's live. I've done live paint on demonstrations. How is it fake? Explain to me how I had the ability to manipulate time and reality. I must be the best salesperson on the face of the planet if I got those freaking skills. Again, as I said before, there's the reason why we do these live demonstrations, so you can see it in real time. I did the paint on demonstration. Matter of fact, I'm doing a few paint on demonstrations live. It's fake. It's not real. Even though he's doing it in real time, it's fake. It's not real. You gotta listen to yourself when you talk. You gotta listen to yourself when you talk. I don't like to use light too much. You know what? The story behind this light I don't have to use because there's a short in there somewhere. Got to get that fixed. I know I've been saying it forever. But I'm going to get it fixed. But I just love them. People come into a live recording and they go, no, it's fake. It's not real. This is all an illusion. I need to be working at the Sands. I need to be working at some kind of magic convention if I got that kind of power. Or, as I said before, you can start calling me Thanos. You scared? Yeah, that's my nickname right there. You can start calling me Thanos because I have the ability to be able to manipulate time and reality. Take my lights. So I'm gonna shut my window here because, like I said, I don't want my neighbors thinking I'm recording them or anything. I already think I'm weird enough as it is. But they do watch my screen. When I had that screen on, this screen comes on. Whew, man. Yeah, I see them watching, but I don't care. Take my lights off because I do got an electric bill to pay. What hit the nail in the coffin, really hit the nail in the coffin, was a demonstration I did yesterday. Caught that demonstration yesterday. That was the nail in the coffin. And the sad thing about it, here's the sad thing about it. I made great screen paint upstairs on the base. Right? I did a demonstration yesterday where we took that screen right there and I painted it right down the middle, one half gray, one half white. And then I showed off the contrast using a Sony VPL FH30 in the demonstration. So basically I showed off contrast levels, I showed off colors, I showed off everything. Then in the middle of the demonstration, I took my paint and I painted it just in the middle and you just saw the image blow up. Now, here's the part that I'm curious. If that demonstration made you angry, keep in mind, this is paint that I made in the basement. This is gray and black paint that I mixed together. I made it in the basement. If you feel that that demonstration bothers you, that I'm doing a demonstration on paint that I made from leftover paint in the shop, then that kind of shows you that, because it wouldn't bother me. It doesn't bother me if somebody else makes another black screen paint because I really don't care, because I know the demonstrations and tests I have to go through and I have to perform and I have to show off on my product. So I know if they're not matching any of those demonstrations, what do I care? But if you're bothered by me taking gray paint and doing a side-by-side demonstration that ruffles your feathers, then that clearly shows that your product is no different than basically just going to the store and making it yourself. Because that shouldn't bother you. Unless it performs the exact same way as the product I just did. I just painted onto the screen yesterday. That gives you something to think about right there. I had somebody come into a room one time, and literally this was the most embarrassing thing I ever seen. I had this gray screen paint. It was something that I made downstairs in the shop. Like I said, we've been making this stuff for years. Gray screen paint I had downstairs in the shop. Painted it on the screen. And he automatically came and said, "Oh, you bought this stuff? You're using this stuff?" I said, "No, this is stuff I made in the basement. What are you talking about?" You can't tell the difference between the two? It's got me scratching my head a little bit. So that's why the ruffles, their feathers are so ruffled, because of that demonstration I did yesterday. But that's not even his paint. That is paint I mixed downstairs in the basement. A little white paint I left over, mixed it up to show a demonstration on customers who still have gray screens, to still have white screens, to show the demonstration on what you're losing. His name was never mentioned anywhere in the video whatsoever at all, period. It was just showing the difference between customers who still have gray screens. That's why we do the high performance screens. We not only do that paint, but we bring out the high performance screens to show you that, look, it reacts the same way with the high performance screens. High performance screens are a tad better because, like I said, it's a more high performance certified screen, but it still falls under the same catalog guidelines as when you produce contrast on a black screen. So, but kind of when people take it that way, like it's their product personally, then that's disrupting, because then that lets you know that then if this guy just made that in his basement, just splashing some stuff together, it doesn't put too much credibility to somebody else's stuff. Like I said, I couldn't care less. I got other things I have to do, things I'm working on. And if I mix a gray paint together and I'm doing a side-by-side demonstration, it's not about that person. It's about anyone who has a gray screen and maybe suffering from not getting good quality contrast. That's it. Boom! I love this. I love this. Look at this. This is what I wake up to every morning. You seen the video when I went to sleep at night, right? That's what I go to sleep to. This is what I wake up to when I get up, because my projectors run all night. As you can see, my projector is still freaking running. It runs all night. So if anybody tells me about how long does a lamp life, I said a pretty long time, consider the fact that how I use my projectors. I'll leave mine on. There is a mechanism, I think, in that projector that I gotta fix. Not fix, but I gotta go in there and work on, because usually a projector, if my freaking video feed, like the PS4 shuts down, because it shuts down after a while, the projector shuts off too, because there's nothing playing on it, but those projectors will keep on running. Because if the merch works out well, I found lamps for those projectors for $30. $30, and they're here in the United States too. So if it works, and I'm going to use that for the projector in there, that means I can replace all my projectors in there, because I ordered 3 of those projectors. So 90 bucks, I can go in and replace all my, ooh, look at this. Ooh, sorry, that caught my attention right there. It's interesting, you know. I can replace all my projectors right away, but it's interesting. First, I was accused of my paint being so dark that you couldn't see the screen. Then I was accused that the white levels were so poor that the screen would come up so dark that it'd be muddy and dirty. Then I was told it was everyday black paint. We did that demonstration. That was a fun one. And the screen is, boom, it's black. That's why I love it. I had to be up early in the morning anyway, because I had to get up, because I have several demonstrations to do. Hopefully the air quality is doing much better. It was muggy as I don't know what out here yesterday, so kind of hard to breathe when you got respiratory issues. Though you got respiratory issues, you know what I'm talking about. When you're dealing with air kind of thick, you can't really breathe too well. Yeah. But so I got to pick and choose my days when I can basically go out and do these videos. Eventually, I will get out there. That's something, you know, I don't shy away from when it comes to doing outside demonstrations, which I like to do. I get more of a challenge outside than I do inside. Inside's a little too. So there's the sun coming up, people. Right there. Now these screens, keep in mind, are not designed to take on direct sunlight, but they can take quite a bit. back. Let's squeeze over into this little corner over here. Let's see what kind of angle gain we get from top to bottom. I can't wait to get that motorized projection screen. Whew, sorry about that. Keep walking you guys in front of the projector. Like, good gracious, Ken, please. As you can see, there is sunlight bouncing through the window. Sunlight, but they can take in their fair share of light. So stuff like this, I mean, it doesn't bother me to come and act like this. It shows that they're threatened by the technology, because he'll never do a demonstration like this. There's too much light in the environment on a light gray screen. Oh my God, you don't even want to know half of it. I'm doing bright colors in here. Let's go with really quick. I'm gonna go back. No, I'm gonna go back into my selection, and I'm gonna pull this up. That's the whole purpose, man. You don't want to be stuck in a dark environment all day long. I don't know the heck of frick I don't. Always leave it right on the floor. Always on the floor. And my environment compared to, well, his, if you notice, my screen sits on a wall of windows. Oops, let me walk on the projector again. Nah, he's not doing this. That's why I don't bother with it. That's why people tell people I don't bother with it, because it's not worth my time, because he's not going to do any of those demonstrations at all, period. He can't do it. When you spend most of your time in the dark, you can't do demonstrations. I'm trying to shut my machine off, because I've had my PS4 running. Man, I run my PS4 literally all day. I'm surprised it hasn't burnt out already. I really am. I'm surprised it hasn't burnt out already, because I run mine like constantly all the time. PS4 off. And I got to replace the lamp definitely in this one, because whatever hours it had on it, I definitely went through it, because I love doing this. The angle gain right here, boom, I love showing this off. Hold on for a minute. Let me pause this for a minute. I keep forgetting this is on the other screen right there. That's why I said if contrast wasn't needed, they wouldn't bother putting it on your projector. They just wouldn't bother. What's the point? What's the point of putting contrast on your projector if it's not important? That's why a lot of people come in and say, oh, I got that 20,000 to 1, so-and-so and so, it's got this. What would be the point of putting it on your projector if you're not going to use it? It's there for a reason, for some reason, they got it there. So you have to have it. That's why, like I said, even with Elite screens, if you go and look at their screens, man, if you look at their Darkstar 9, their Darkstar 9 is the most expensive screen that they make. It's the darkest screen they make. They don't charge $3,000 for a great Cinema 5D or a great Cinema 5. I mean, sorry, Cinema Gray. They don't charge $5,000 for this screen. There's a reason why. This is going to be done pretty soon for our demonstration right there. It's going to be pretty cool to watch. So if you notice that anybody pops into my channel knows darn well, we never do the same thing twice. We're always doing something crazy. That's why the guy came and said, so what are we doing today? We're going to take this screen right here, paint it down the middle gray, and we're going to basically put our screen paint in the middle, blah. Here we go. Look, any one of them fans that have crow's paint, if you feel that you could do the exact same demonstration that I'm doing, which just fell off, display your videos at the bottom of this video. As a matter of fact, we're going to put that challenge. We're going to do that outside demonstration on the star field outside. And anyone who has this product, we want to see you do the exact same demonstration. Take your screen outside, or paint a little sample and take it outside and do the same demonstration. I want to see it. Well, that's not going to stay, is it? Like, I'm not staying up there. Oh, come on, man. It's just for a couple minutes. Just stay. It's going to fight me, but it don't want to stay. I got to buy some Gorilla Tape. Gorilla Tape actually works a lot better. Now I can see right now. I can see it coming out right now. All you have to do, if your product is that good, just show me, no dark demonstrations, please, not in the dark. Well-lit environment. Show me angle gain. I want to see that screen tested against other sample sheets. I'll post some numbers we can buy sample sheets at. We can get them from. I want to see you do the exact same demonstrations that I do. Match them. Every last one of them. You should be able to do Tron in a demonstration like this with no problem, shouldn't you? I want to see 1,000 lumen projector at 24 feet back, fully lit environment. And I want you to pull up a star field on your screen. I'm going to do me a video on that challenge. I'm going to post it all blank at the bottom so you can feel free to put up your demonstrations. We're going to use this projector right here. That's what we're going to use for that demonstration. All right, let me come over here. Because if you're going to come in and screen things that are not real, then at least back up the product that you have. I want to see it. I want to see you out there, outside, and inside with that gray screen displaying images of contrast levels. Because I already know the screen's going to be able to produce white levels. That's easy. It's a gray screen. I want to be able to see you produce a contrast level outside. Maybe a star field. Which I don't think you're going to do. And let's see how many people post at the bottom of that video. I'll put you right there for a minute. I'm going to try to cut a piece of tape off this real quick. But I'm curious how many people on post. I want to see this. Bet you $100 they try to post bright images. I don't do no contrast levels. We got a lot of OLED demonstrations out there and some real dark contrast if you want. All right, there we go. I think this should work, hopefully. Hopefully. I need Gorilla Tape. That's what I need. That stuff actually sticks much better to our screens. It's hard to stick stuff to our screens. It keeps falling off. I think the rail is right there. That's where the rail's at. Hopefully this stays a little better, hopefully. There we go. Let me see if we can go in and grab. I think I just lost my feed for just a minute. Bounce back on connect. There you go. Can't even pick it up. Let's try, and they're not going to do this demonstration. It's not going to happen. I usually if I do it, let me just get that whatchamacallit from. Where's it at? Here we go. This is a little darker. Oh, I gotta buy a new sheet. Yeah, look at this. This is ruined. I gotta buy another one. This is what happens when you don't store stuff properly. So I'll order another one today. I'll buy another one today. So I need that for work. Let's grab the Dark Star 9. The Dark Star 9, like I said, it's the reason why, you know, even if you call these screens up and say, hey, why do you charge $3,000 for a Dark Star 9 But the Gray Cinema 5D is like $1,400. Press screen. It's designed to make colors pop better, bring out better contrast from your projector. That's what it's designed for, and they're preferred to be used with 4K and 1080p projectors. That's what it's designed for. That's why it costs $3 grand. It's a dark screen. If it wasn't worth what it was supposed to do, it'd be as cheap as the other screens. All right, we're gonna put Dark Star 9. We gotta be careful because I think Dark Star 9 will work with this projector. No problem. Right, there we go. That's a Dark Star 9. Let me see if my feed came in. No, we're still fighting the feed for some reason. It's not allowing me to connect, so let's see what's going on here. A little problem connecting the basement. We get this from time to time. It's early in the morning when it starts up. All right, let me see. What's what we're going to do. I got to go into my settings real quick. Technical difficulties. All right, so switch this off, switch this back on. Just have to reset it. That's basically about it. But yeah, like I said, you should have, if you're testing and showing off screen paint, you should have these samples. You should have a buttload of these samples. You have to test your product against that. Doing silver screens, that blew my mind. It was a Seymour AV 1.3. Amazing silver screen. That's an amazing freaking silver screen. I was like, wow. I was quite impressed on that one. And even like I said, even with Screen Innovation, I was impressed by their technology. That's what led us down this road of doing black screens with Screen Innovation. You know what I mean? Checking out their when they were doing those demonstrations where he was taking that screen and moving in front of that white screen like that. That did impress me. What impressed me is when I got the product there and I saw it hands-on for myself. That was impressive. I was like, whoa, we're in the wrong field. We're definitely in the wrong field. And that was back in maybe 2014, 2015. I was like, no, we're in the wrong field. That's when we started developing black technology, around that time. Because it was just the contrast levels. And I used to develop gray screen paint. I used to develop it. And the contrast levels on that screen were just, boom, it just exploded. Incredible. And at the time, I didn't have any 1080p projectors. I had nothing but 720p projectors. But, you know, when you tell your customers that they have to have a 4K, you have to have a 4K, that's an expensive projector. For a lot of people, it's an expensive projector to have. And I talk to customers who use 720p's on our product, and the screen paint looks incredible, and it should be that way. If you're having a problem producing on a 720p, then there's something wrong with your product. There we go. Finally got the boot back up. This is why gray screen can't demonstrations in this kind of ambient light. It can't, because the screen will wash out. Every time it comes to black levels, the screen won't be able to produce. Colors, yes, the screen's going to produce color with no problem whatsoever. But those must needed contrast levels, it can't pull it. The darker your environment, the better chance you have of pulling that image. Now see that Wizard of Oz poster? I have light that pushes in from here all the way from here. I can't wait to get that that screen that basically drops, because I'll be able to push 10 times more light into this room, which I want. That's what I want. Even the Darkstar 9 can't pull contrast on a black screen. It's going to come up gray. That's why I always request, anytime somebody talks about a gray screen having the ability to pull contrast, do it in a fully lit environment and do the star field demonstration, and let's see how your screen pulls up. Now, what they should be doing, if you, like I said, and when we do our test demonstrations, we have to do it where we have to show the screen has to pull high enough white level. I have to do that against other black, because I can't find any other black screen out there. So I pretty much have to make my own black paint or buy black paint or get some kind of vinyl surface or something that's black that can pretty much I can put against the screen to say, look, all these are going to produce contrast. Here's the white levels. Now, when it comes to a gray screen, this is how they should be doing their demonstrations. We all know that a gray screen is going to pull white levels. That's pretty much not even rocket science. That's just basically preschool nonsense. All right. The important thing for a gray screen to pull is a contrast level. So demonstrations on those screens should be done by taking darker screens and putting it against your screen to see if your screen produces a darker contrast plus maintains white levels at the exact same time. They're not going to do that. It's too difficult, too hard. What they're going to do is poor ambient light environment. They're going to use a high-powered projector, and they're going to show bright images. And then once in a while, they'll show contrast, but it'll always be done in the dark because that's the best chance they have of producing a contrast level. But if they really want to test their technology, really want to put it on the market, do a light gray screen, do a dark screen, whatever gray screen you got, and put it against contrast levels. You know, I see a lot of these different color pieces like this. And one of the things they don't show is that contrast. Take your screen, matched against other darker screens, and do contrast demonstrations. Now, if you can produce a screen of this color to produce a contrast level like that, do you have any idea what that screen would be worth? That's where his mindset needs to be. But instead, the easy road. Take a bright screen, we'll stick it in the dark, we put a high power projector, we'll show pretty colors all over it, we'll zoom up on the camera, done. I'm gonna give him the nickname King Corner Cutter, because that's pretty much what happens. Now my orders were canceled when I try to order his product. I take your product, I bring it down here, I stick it in my environment, I put it in that backyard. It's not gonna do well out there. And if I take that 5200 lumen projector and I blast that screen, it's not going to do well out there. They're not designed for rejecting ambient light. Yesterday, I did the demonstration on a 5200 lumen projector. It was for a customer who wanted to see if the screen would pull up. And I was kind of curious myself because I've never did a demonstration outside at around 10 o'clock to see what would happen. And the image pulled up. Pulled up on 5200 lumens, so I need to know exactly where would be the breaking point of where that projector, what lumens would be needed to actually produce that image. These are the tests you have to do. So for me, the 42 wouldn't show. The 42 was half and half. I had to do both screens, which are the darkest ones, would be the Platinum Eclipse, and I had to do the 12, which is that black. Which one would produce the image better for him? So the 42 Sony VPL FH30s were pulling up a little bit, but not as good where you can see the picture visually. So I went and got the 52, the Sony VPL FH36. That pulled an image with no problem. So that lets me know that, okay, the black screen's perfect for outside for what he's trying to do, and he'll have to go with 5200 lumens and up. Because what a lot of people don't realize that when you're doing outside commercial like settings like that for shows and whatever, those projectors aren't 2,000 and 3,000 lumen projectors. You're talking about venue projectors sitting out there. You're talking about 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 lumen projectors sitting out there. That's what you're talking about. Because what a lot of people don't understand is they're on a cloudy day, as I explained it, there's more ambient light outside on a cloudy day than there is inside your home on a well-lit environment. What you're seeing is the light from my overhead ceiling hitting the screen. No tannish around the edges. As a matter of fact, just do this demonstration right here. What I'm doing right now. Stir field demonstration. Fully lit environment. My projector's what? 4,000 lumens. You should be able to pull this off perfectly with no problem. I guarantee you, if they're using that light gray or whatever paint they're mixing, they're not using. What I don't care what you have on your for your projector for contrast, you're not pulling it. You're not using it. You're not using it. They might just take that option out or just turn it off. All right, I got to get ready because I got orders to take care of today. I hope you were entertained by his minions that like to come into my channel from time to time. It doesn't bother me or upset me. I have people who watch this and they look at it like, wow, what is this problem? And that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. It's really sad that, you know, we do these demonstrations live and yet somebody comes in and they constantly are ranting that the product is fake, but this is a live demonstration. Okay. I'll let you process that one for a while. Oh, man. I'm sorry. It's hilarious. It's funny. But anyway, let me get on out of here. I got things to do today. I got orders to take care of. You know. Whew. Man, talk about obsession. Good gracious. You ever notice that when he does his live streams, I don't pop into his live streams. I don't care. What would I care about his live streams? I don't care. How my product works. So I can come here and do live demonstrations. All right, so this is going to be next later on today. We're going to do this paint on demonstration outside because hopefully if the weather is good, I want to do that paint on demonstration for this one. And this one we're going to do with white levels right here, okay? So we got these two to do today. That's going to be fun. We're going to do all that live. Yaha. And I got to get these orders out for these customers. All right, I got to get out of here. Y'all be safe out there. Thank you for your time. Y'all have a wonderful day, wonderful night, depending on where you're at in the world. And I love these black screens. And God bless.